Welcome to day one of a series I'm calling Taking Care of Business, because life has been doing it for me and I'm tired of that. I started my business in 2020, created a community, had products in Home Goods and Marshalls, made over 8,500 sales on Etsy with 5-star reviews, and then I stopped. Well, not totally. My Etsy shop is still alive and well. However, I'm just not putting that same energy into my business, kliggco. So this is a series where I'm going to try to breathe new life into my business. Now that I work for myself, there really is no excuse as to why I'm not pushing my product. Because yeah, it's still amazing, still bomb. So I'm giving it 28 days. But at the end of this experiment, if I don't see any change in how I feel as well as in sales, we may be moving on, y'all. So I'm putting all of my eggs into this basket. Join me. This is day one. See y'all tomorrow. Hey y'all, welcome back to day two of Taking Care of Business, because I'm tired of letting life do it for me. Today we're going through all of my inventory. I want to make sure that what I have actually matches what's on Etsy. So on this table, I've already sorted out all of my greeting cards. I like to say, like, straight out of the package, it looks like this. I get all of my greeting cards from Vistaprint, but they come in blank on the inside, and I even got to customize my own logo on the back. The crazy thing is, so much of what I already have on here is either pictures that I need to update, things that are on here that, you know, I need to discontinue. Like, I really need to just get my Etsy shop in order. The only thing that I do have accurate of my inventory is the fact that I have this inside, and I have my other, one of my favorite prints that I did. They are actually accurately represented in the shop. I'll have to go back and see where I got my prints done at. But this one, the finish on this is so dope, y'all. It's kind of like papery feel, like it's matte. So the thing that I have the most inventory of is bookmarks. It's just an acrylic makeup brush holder from Marshalls. It's been so long since I seen everything laid out like this. Oh my god. I basically have a game plan, because tomorrow I'm gonna be taking new photos of all the things that need to be taken new photos of. I'm gonna also show y'all how I update my Etsy shop with new listings and how I come up with titles to kind of get the SEO to work in our favor. All right, y'all, that was day two. See me tomorrow for day three. Tell me how y'all are liking this series, and put it in the comments below if you have any questions for me as I share how I'm going to revamp my Etsy shop in 28 days. It is day three of Taking Care of Business, and I'm going to show y'all how I take product photography right at home with my iPhone. Easy steps. Let's get into it. So these are the 3 rules that I swear by, y'all. Number 1 is lighting. I love natural lighting. Always shoot in portrait mode. Lastly, use the rule of thirds. I can create a whole video on this if you want, but rule of thirds, look it up, Google it, get into it. All right, friends, so now we're gonna start editing our photos, adding vivid, because when you think about it, we're trying to make sure that our picture is popping out amongst the crowd on Etsy. So I'm just playing around with all of these different buttons, seeing what I like, what I don't like. It looks a little washed out, so let's go add some saturation, add some vibrancy, add a little warmth, you know. Yes, here, copy these edits. Then we're gonna just paste them everywhere else on our other photos. Align your photo like that. Got a good set of photos here. Let's pick some orders. By the end of the series, I do want to answer the question, do I want to stay on Etsy? Having an Etsy shop is like having your shop in a mall.
Mall? The mall has it all.
In Etsy, you have fees and things like that. That could cut into your profit. So yeah, I'm really going to think hard about staying on Etsy at the end of this month. I'm going to look at the fees and all of those things. So if you're interested in that breakdown, let me know in the comments. And also, if you're a maker, what have you seen change over the years on Etsy? All right, let's talk about LLCs, because back in 2020, everybody was getting one. I was right there with y'all. I started my business and immediately got an LLC. And that worked out for me. Between my in-person pop-ups and my online shop, I made a decent amount of money, and it made sense for me to structure my business that way. But here's my hot take on it. Before rushing into starting your LLC, make sure that this business idea is something that you're passionate about and something that you see long-term for yourself. The paperwork is fairly simple, y'all, but if you aren't serious, it may not be worth the effort just yet. That being said, LLCs do have real benefits. It protects your personal assets, it helps with your business credibility, and it also makes your taxes more flexible. But listen, y'all, I'm not a legal expert. This is honestly one of my weakest areas of entrepreneurship: finances, taxes, things like that. That's something that I want to make sure that I'm doing in this entire series, is being vulnerable and also identifying places where I need assistance too. So to answer your question, yes, I do have an LLC. I started really early when I first got out the gate and started one, but I think that was mostly because of like the space and time that we were in. Now, I wish I would have took a step back, didn't rush into it, really asked questions. There are a lot of people that know their stuff inside and out, and I beg of us all to, really tap into our resources when it comes to that. Hope this helps. And if you start an LLC for your small business, put some tips below, help us out. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Taking Care of Business, because I'm tired of letting life do it for me. And today we're going to talk about the biggest thing that I had questions about when I started my stationery business. How do I get my art from a digital space into a product that's not going to break the bank and also give the quality that I needed? You can do two things in this arena. And one thing that you can do is called drop shipping, which is you upload your art onto the cloud, and then another service takes care of all of the products needs. So if you want mugs, if you want t-shirts, if you want stickers, there's a way that you can just send your art and another business will take care of that. I personally wasn't interested in drop shipping. I wanted to be in control of the quality of my packaging. I went ahead and just purchased my things wholesale. So today I'm going to give you my top list of vendors to work with. I'm just going to come out the gate swinging. The place that I went to get my stickers done is Sticker Mule. Now, Sticker Mule has come out and said that they bang with that orange man, so I don't really use them. However, had some great quality stickers with them before. I love the pricing, but I am in the market for a new sticker company. If you all know of any, please put them in the comments below. Next up is the secondary place that I got a lot of prints done at, and also a lot of greeting cards. Got Print, Print Tag, and Youth Printing are all basically the same site, a very similar quality. For my t-shirts, I went with a local print shop and I highly recommend it. I had t-shirts done as well as tote bags done by a local print shop. Used Alibaba in the past for my tote bags as well as mugs and keychains as well. Alibaba is a very interesting site if you're comfortable using it. I highly recommend because of the pricing and how much you can get in volume. And lastly is Vistaprint, y'all. I cannot say enough praises about Vistaprint. Mostly everything in my shop comes from Vistaprint. The website is super easy to use. They have such a wide array of items. I don't even know how much I've spent on bookmarks there. I also print my greeting cards with them. So that's my go-to list of vendors. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you've ever come across any of these vendors. And if you have any vendors, please put them in the chat.